Hey guys, Adam Fennig here with Fennig Equipment. You're tuned into the Talking Shed. Today, we're going to talk about the difference between the Salford 2200 and the Halo VRT. Now, the 2200, as you know, is one of my favorite tools. It's been around for a long time. It's an improved version of the old 570, so this thing was born back in the early 2000s. But today it's on 5-inch spacing. We've got 22-inch blades, and we're running this 8-wave blade. We've got the 1 5/8 coil. A lot of this stuff you guys already know. You've been following the channel, and you know that the 2200 is a 5-inch and that fracturing that it can do. But let's compare this tool now to the VRT. This is a question I get a lot. Which tool is right for me? I want to try the new and attractive VRT, but my neighbor has got a 2200 and he really likes it. Which way do I need to go? So the 2200 was designed to go in there, chew up the top of the ground a little bit, break and fracture. So when it comes to pulling out weeds, when it comes to pulling out ruts, the 2200 alone is not really designed to do that. We're doing surface level tillage and nothing really much deeper. Now, you do see the hydraulic shanks mounted on here, and that is an added option that you can do. And when you do add the shanks to this tool, it does transform it into a multi-purpose Swiss Army knife tool similar to that VRT. We can do deeper tillage, we can break up compaction in highly used traffic areas and stuff like that. But when it comes to aggressive tillage, turning dirt over, burying stalks, this tool was never designed to do that, and that's not its sole purpose. We do have harrows and baskets in the back, as you know, but a tool like this is mainly going to be used on the surface level to break and shatter that top row of compaction, shatter below the tool, and let water and air infiltrate. So it will not bury, and of course we cannot adjust our blade angle. Now, you're thinking, if you can't adjust blade angle and it doesn't pull out weeds and it doesn't pull out ruts, why would you not always go to the VRT? Now, there's a couple reasons. I really like how wide this 8-wave blade is. I really like this coil jackhammer effect. You will get more shatter out of this coil design than you will the VRT. And not only that, there's not always a time when I need to run a VRT at a very extreme angle. A lot of times I'm in that 0 to 5 degree range, which is right here where the 2200 lives. So if you don't need to bury, if you don't need to get aggressive and turn dirt over and make it black, the 2200 is where you need to be. You can always plant behind it. You will never not be able to plant behind this tool, whereas some settings on the VRT, it could be a little choppy. So sometimes those adjustments on the VRT are not always necessary in your scenario. Let's jump over to that VRT and talk about the pros and cons and compare that tool to this 2200. All right, so now over here on the VRT, you can see a lot of differences. It's going to fold up in that short disc, narrow chassis design, which is really nice. And you can see all these blades mounted on this rubber torsion cushion design. Now, each blade is still independent. Each blade still does have a jackhammer effect, but it's a lot tighter than that coil. And that is because it does need to hold up to those aggressive angles that we have the ability to turn that to. Now, you can see these blades are a lot thinner cutting than that 8-wave on that 2200. That's for a couple reasons. Number one, this blade is cupped, but also these are designed to turn a little bit more. So when you're cupping and turning a blade, they need to have a little bit less wave to them. Now, this one can go from 2 to 15 degrees. So this one is designed to have the capability to lift, flip, and bury. And that is how the VRT came about, is to replace 3 or 4 tools on your farm, the cultivator, the disc, and some other tools, maybe a mulch finisher. This tool is designed to replace all of those with its adjustability from 2 to 15 degrees. Now, an advantage that the VRT has is I can go into any field and I can set my wing down pressure, my basket pressure, and my blade angle so that this tool reacts to the blade conditions. And that is a huge advantage of this tool. So I can go in there and run 8 degrees and get pretty aggressive, or I can tone it down to 2 and run it fairly straight. Now, all of this technology advancement does come with some price differentiators when you look at the 2200. The 2200 comes at a lower price point per foot than the VRT, but if you need that flexibility and that adjustment of the blade angle, the VRT is where you need to land. So if you're looking for a tool that can bury stalks, rip out tire tracks, rip out ruts, all in one, it's the VRT. If you're more of a minimum till guy and you want to break the crust and you don't have to bury with that tool, you need to look at that 2200. So keep this video in mind when you're looking at the tools and thinking about which one you want us to bring out to your farm to do a demo. So that's what we're doing today, comparing the Halo VRT to the Salford 2200. Thanks for tuning in.